Hi guys, today I'm going to do something a little different. Um, I think almost all of us have large 12 by 12 papers that we think the print is too large for cards, and so they're sitting there waiting. So I decided to take some of mine and try to gear it down for cards. So this is the last one I did. I did it this morning, and I found this paper that I thought was really cute. And I made two cards. I cut this section for a strip at the top of the card, and one for the inside, the mittens. Stamped the sentiment on the inside. This one I used one of our old stamps and 3D'd the Santa in his underwear and have a jolly Christmas. This one another older Stampin' Up! Stamp. I stamped it in black and white on the card directly and then stamped it on another piece of paper and colored it in and 3D'd it on this one. Could always add gems too and Wink of Stella. So there's the first sheet. The second sheet, I looked at this and thought, what a waste, but I really thought it would be too big. But when I cut it down, this is what I came up with. So I cut that corner, just like that, and then I cut this way and used it for the inside. You had plenty of paper left for an envelope or for the background of a winter card. But anyway, this is the one I did here, and again you could add Wink of Stella or gems, add sentiments. You can add a sentiment strip, and then your sentiment on the inside or your own writing. This one, I wasn't sure exactly what I would do with this, but I really ended up making 4 cards. So this is this one right here, I cut right there. This one I cut down here. And then I had this whole strip, which I inverted like so, and used like this, and added a Christmas train. This one I haven't finished yet. And then I added some of the outside strips for a border on the inside. So, so really look at your cards, because I think alone these are really cute. And no one would even guess that you took it from a huge piece of paper, I don't think. Yep. And I made one envelope with that. The next one was this one. I said, oh goodness. So I figured the smallest would be right in the center, so that's what I did. I cut out my card front in the center of this paper, and then I went on Google Images and asked for peppermint, pictures with peppermints. Excuse me. And I got this cute little mug with pine cones and lollipops dipped in frosting and peppermint candies. And I found this joy that I made small enough so we could add it to the front. And then on the inside, I added some of this paper along the bottom. And I made, nobody would know that was peppermint, but it goes with the card. So there's that one. Then for this one, I made the envelope flap right out of this paper, cut some more of it in a corner, and it actually matched the Lost Lagoon paper pretty well. And so I put it flat on there, a corner from the paper. And then I cut 3 more and 3D'd them over it. I also found this on Google Images when I was looking for peppermint things. And then I cut 2 more of the peppermints from this paper and added a sentiment. This one, I love the colors. So this is what I ended up doing on this one, so that it took just the top part of this. And again, and I added Wink of Stella. I'm not sure really on camera if you can see the Wink of Stella or not, but it just adds something. And then I took just a strip from the side. And so it just needs greetings and sentiments. Well, and this one with the trees and the writing. I obviously just took the very bottom. I also added Wink of Stella to these. And just basically put it on. I put it on Granny Apple Green because I thought it matched some of the trees. And then on a white card base, and added the Wink of Stella to the trees and the stars. And on the inside, I just cut a couple of the trees and added a strip, so that these are just waiting for a sentiment on the inside. And this one I was really, it took me a little while to figure out what I wanted to do. So I actually ended up using just the top part, so that I would have the gold writing and the gold strip. And in that pile of other 12 by 12 papers, there were some labels. It was much bigger than this, but I just cut this part of the label out and put it on there. And then on the inside, I just did another strip from this paper, and that's waiting for a sentiment. And this one was just plain from this paper, and I die cut a deer that I had, and 2 pieces of the antlers I cut off because it was too tall to go on this landscape card. And then on the inside, I cut off I punched out one of our current deer punches. And that also, just add a sentiment. And you could add a greeting also. Now there were 2 that I did before I decided to share these. So I didn't have an extra piece because I used both. But this was a big 12 by 12, and in the corner were these sentiments and some scrolly things. So I used just the top of that paper, and it was already glittery, which was nice, and I just added a greeting. And then I cut one of them out and put on the inside. So this needs a sentiment. Did the envelope to go with it. Then the other one, I cut out the ornaments and 3D'd them on this card, added a greeting. This leaf was already part of the paper. And then this is part of the paper as well, some of those swirly gigs and leaves. And then added a sentiment. So I'm kind of hoping, it was fun actually, it was a little challenging and fun. So I'm kind of hoping you'll dig through your stash, look for some 12 by 12 big prints that you didn't think you could use on a card, and see what you come up with. Doesn't have to be Christmas, it could be any papers. I just happened to do Christmas because, we're going to need a lot of them. So I hope you have fun. I hope you try it, and I hope it works for you. Thank you.